Same problem, different day. Here's why. If you are just catching this video, this is part of a 7-day process and we are on day 5. And so this is all about today, reminding you that the loop is not a lack of discipline. It's a lack of capacity. This is about your energy system, your nervous system, your energy body, your nervous system, not being able to hold it. Okay. And we're walking through the process day by day for the next 7 days total. Okay. So let's see where we're going with this. So where we have been moving into is self-accountability, to be able to get more grounded, to become more aware of what is being present. Let me take a second. All right, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we're coming over the middle ground, the hump, okay? We went from hump day. We had 3 days. We had day 5, and now we have technically not 3 days because I math wrong. Day 4. No, we're on day 5. So we're on hump day. And so we have then day 5, day 6, and day 7 coming forward of it. Yesterday was very much like realizing the revelation is coming. The forward momentum is coming. When we have awareness, then we have acceptance, and then we have self-responsibility through it of where we're maybe pushing, where we're needing to pause, where we're allowing that part of ourselves in a way to die off to be able to feel safe. So death seems so morbid, and death seems like it's going to be such an, in order to have this rebirth, it's so activating and so forward momentum. So much, I mean, it brings forward momentum, but it doesn't mean that it has to be so action based. So a lot of people get caught up in doing and not implementing. Hold on one second. Is this a card? Is this a card? Is this a card? Is this a card? No, it's not a card. Is this meant to be reversed? No, it's not. Okay. So purging. Kind of been purging to be able to create this sacred space, to be able to ignite and to be able to move, to be able to feel like you're breathing. Okay, noted. Okay, so where they have you, this one isn't like, it is the rebirth, okay? You're learning to co-create. You're learning to come together with the universe. You are realizing that the universe is bringing all these things together for you so that you can co-create in a place that feels safe. Okay. This is all about bringing safety. This is all, when you bring safety, what does that do for you? It allows you to hold more. Okay. It allows you to hold more, envision more, your capacity. I mentioned this as well. You are on a path of mastery of this particular situation, which is why it has been such a big deal in your life. I'm talking about like something that's been a big deal that literally like makes and breaks your emotions. Okay. Like that has been a cyclical thing. So has the biggest fight inside of your marriage, relationship, or life been money? Then money more than likely is the thing. In my life, that's not a thing. Has the biggest thing in your life been feeling really super lonely and you haven't had relationships, or if you had them, they leave, or you've had shitty relationship after shitty relationship? Like find that thing. That's kind of this whole assembly here of these days of what has been the dominant thing. What has been the dominant thing? I will share mine. I haven't really been sharing much about myself through this because I wanted so much to be about you. And I usually teach through my own life, but if you're just starting to watch those videos, more than likely you don't give a shit yet. So my thing of my life, of this experience that I've been having, is I do quite well. So I used to hate myself or I thought I hated myself alone. But I started to realize I actually hated myself around other people and I felt so alone. So then I'd make myself go alone. And then I realized I actually really enjoy when I'm alone. I don't feel lonely. I feel great. Well, that started to become a crutch for me though, because I would avoid all the things around myself. And guess where I'd usually feel 9 times out of 10? My body, my nervous system would feel most unsafe inside of my house. And that's crazy because I actually married a safe husband. I have 2 beautiful kids. I'm grateful. I have no domestic violence or any kind of, alcoholism or drug abuse or any kind of stuff like that. Okay. Like I do. I have a safe environment. We had a few unhealthy patterns when I first got together, 15, 16 years ago in the beginning of a relationship. But where it is now is that little inner child me still hadn't completely accepted that inside of her home as an adult woman with her 2 children that she loves and her husband that she loves, like she gets to be happy and safe there on a constant basis. It doesn't have to be taken from her. She doesn't have to like, pretend to be and like this like freaking pretend performance show. Like I'm on display on a stage. Look at me, look at me. Like I literally had to remind myself, and that seems so silly because in my external world, I feel safe. I'll talk to anybody. I'm bubbly. I'm loving. I'm caring. I'm kind. I'm not always like on guard of like what somebody's going to tell me next, because in my personal home, I was always like literally the word bracing, like waiting for something to happen. That's been my revelation. And I've been teaching this kind of content since 2017. I've been doing self-development work since, I don't know, probably like 2005. Wouldn't you have gotten it by now? I've gotten a lot of other things. This was my big, deep root. This is the thing that I'm learning to master in my human experience. So what are you been mastering? What are you really looking to find the truth so that you win? It's not a competition, but you're going to feel like you win. It's going to be the most sacred, universal experience that you ever achieve in your life. And you realize that has so much to do with your purpose, so much to do with why you're here, so much to do with what makes you whole. Has never really been about the thing. In fact, it's not about, mine's not about a thing really at all, other than the thing of feeling safe. My nervous system feeling safe to be soft. To be soft with those that are on my inner circle, inner world, without me controlling when it gets to come in and when it gets to go, because that's not healthy boundaries. That's the guise of healthy boundaries. I keep feeling like I have a hair on me. Okay, so co-creation. You might even be feeling like right now of like, oh yeah, but like, blah, blah, blah. If you have any of that still lingering in the back of your mind, breathe, 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 breathe. All right, let me see where we go with these. I feel like this one's kind of self-explanatory. It doesn't even need to be a big, long message, because you're starting to have all the pieces being put together. Things don't have to be long. Things don't have to take 25 minutes. Yeah, just being present right now. Even rewatch this video, because it's going to be probably one of the shorter ones, or at least as of one of the shorter ones thus far that I have made. Today is day 5. I keep being really drawn to the sun. We're going to read that one. The sun. 51. Okay. When you shine your light into the world, you will attract various people and experiences that match or challenge your commitment to being empowered. Again, you're trying to unhatch, you're trying to metamorphosis, you're trying to grow into this next version of you, right? You really, truly desire it. You've worked through all this stuff. Why is it still there? Listen, listen, listen. Right now, you are receiving information to know which choice to make, which opportunity to take, and which person to trust. The Aboriginal Australian sun goddess, Yi, illuminates your path with her rays and brings clarity as she shows you what you need now. What you need to know. A bright light also attracts a lot of bugs. So know that you may also attract those who see themselves as smaller as a result of your empowerment. It's normal. This is conditioning that needs to be healed in many people in the world. All you can do is be an incandescent and joyful, kind and truthful, and the world will begin to reflect the goddess back to you. The goddess is happy to help you shine. So this is what I was saying before, of sometimes in most situations, obviously not all, most situations, when you change yourself and your inner truth and your actual truth of leadership, not under the guise of leadership, and your actual truth of being an independent soul that is co-creating in this universe and co-creating with other people and merging and blending their soul and blending their beautiful, safe energy. People and places and things around us change. It matches. That's the magnetic, that's the quantum field, that's that whole world of manifestation. It's always present. It's always happening. By you focusing on yourself, you're able to go through the boxes that need to be cleared. You're able to recognize, you're able to focus on one thing, not every single thing, because you're going to realize when you focus on that one thing, it leaks into so many other areas. Okay. Me feeling safe in my home, me feeling safe to be vulnerable, me feeling safe that I'm not going to get verbally reprimanded, that somebody's just being inquisitive, it's just their personality style is different than mine, of gauging the difference between that two little kids actually like really at this point in their life love me unconditionally, and one day that may change, and to appreciate it for the now, to really have a child want you and to be around you, even though you may have been a child that didn't feel the same. Like it's different and it's unique, even though it seems so like those are happy things. Like, why are you not embracing them? That's been my challenge. It just is what it is. And rather than looking at somebody else's life like, oh, well, their life wasn't even hard, how come they haven't done this? Don't blanket stuff. You're invalidating people. And then so if you invalidate people like that, how do you invalidate yourself? If you're quick to judge other people, are you quick to judge yourself? Are you really super hard on other people? Then you're probably really super hard on yourself. And this is that little window to do a little cleaning only so that the area in which you remains sacred. Okay? You're finding the truth in everything so that you master this experience, so that you are so rewarded in the end. You feel so fortunate, so abundant in love, safety, community. Okay? So you feel safe, so you feel secure, so that you create this space that's so sacred that when you act out of the masculine form, you're in alignment. You're in alignment to go forward and to have this beautiful fluid experience. I'm not saying forever and eternity for a linear action. I'm saying in that time frame, you have a fluid experience that may briefly feel like a linear pattern because it could be consecutive for a little while, but it's not a state of permanence. But because you have the tools, because you really see things for what they are, because you listen beyond your ears and you see beyond your eyes, you're able to have this human experience. And that each layer by layer gives you the ability to release and let go. Oops. Well, if I can get the card for you, hold on. To release and let go, to have this beautiful experience. Like, it's not so scary. It's just polarity of the co-creation of the universe, of the parallels, of the perspectives, of the polarity of the world. And you're a part of it. So cool. So cool. It's so magical if you let it be. And it's quite miraculous at times too with some of the cool things that happen. So stick with me. We have 2 more days. I'll see you tomorrow.